let me ask you about term limits. I noticed, and it's not on your website, but I want to ask you about it anyway, because a lot of the young candidates that I'm interviewing are all running on term limits, or at least they support term limits, something past generations didn't support. Because, hey, I guess when you're in the Oasis, it's nice to be there 35 years like Nancy Pelosi. But I noticed that a lot of young conservatives are like, you know what? Maybe 2 terms in the Senate, maybe 6 terms in the House. Nobody needs to be there more than 12 years. Where are you on term limits?
So I signed the term limit pledge. It's not on my website, but I have signed the pledge, and I agree with it. I mean, for me personally, look, I love this country. I want to serve this country, but I also want to live my own life, and there's a lot of other things that I want to do. And my dream is not to stay in Congress forever. I want to go there, do the good work, and then, life is evolutionary. We're constantly changing, and so I don't foresee myself being there for all these years. And so I've signed a term limit pledge. I think it's great that everybody is. I did have somebody tell me, though, that more than putting the term limits on the members of Congress, there's the bureaucracy. Those are the ones that need the term limits, the Anthony Fauci's of the world. We need to also impose these term limits on them, too.
Oh, no, I don't disagree. Yeah, we've had Republican Congresses. We've had Republican Congress with a Republican president, and the bureaucratic ball just keeps on bouncing. The one thing I hope that becomes fashionable again, in 2018, Trump proposed a laundry list of budget cuts to some of these federal agencies to force them to stay within their mission statements. I mean, right now you've got the CDC saying, yeah, we're going to study gun control. That's not your lane. Okay?
Yeah.
So when you have federal agencies kind of doing as they please, it's because they have seemingly limitless budgets. They got 45 seconds.
Well, I mean, again, they create these federal agencies, and then what do? In order to support them, they start printing the money. This is all kind of like a self-licking ice cream cone, and I totally agree with President Trump. We have to cut government spending. We have to cut the size and scope of government. It's become way too big, and there's way too many people who get into the federal government for these pensions and for the comfort, all at, and who pays for it? The taxpayers. The joke's on them. And so I totally support cutting government spending and just reducing the size of government.